In 1999, the best-selling mobile phone on the market, Nokia 3210, was 22.3mm thick. Fast forward to 2018 and we have the iPhone X and Samsung Galaxy S9, which measure 7.7mm and 8.5mm respectively, despite being significantly more powerful and infinitely more capable. Let's take a look at some of the slimmest phones out there. Samsung Galaxy A8. Putting style first isn't always a bad thing. Samsung introduced the stylish A8 in China, which Engadget points out is its slimmest phone yet, measuring only 5.9mm thick. It's a continuation of what Samsung has been doing with its Galaxy A line, which has been putting out slim, all-metal phones. The A8 is by no means the slimmest smartphone around, but it stands out in comparison to flagships of its time of release. The iPhone 6 is 6.9mm thick and the Galaxy S6 is 7.1mm thick. As far as cameras are concerned, the Samsung Galaxy A8 packs a 16-megapixel primary camera on the rear and a 16-megapixel front shooter for selfies. It has a f1.9 lens for both the cameras, for brighter picture and real-time HDR. The Samsung Galaxy A8 is powered by a 1.6 GHz octa-core processor with Mali G71 GPU, and it comes with 4 GB of RAM. The phone packs 32 GB of internal storage that can be expanded up to 256 GB via a micro SD card. The Samsung Galaxy A8 runs Android 7.1.1 and is powered by a 3000 mAh battery. The biggest feature plucked from the S8 is the infinity display. The A8 boasts a 5.6-inch Super AMOLED panel with a 1080 by 2220 resolution. Gionee Alive S7. The first thing that strikes you about the S7 is the super slim design. Even though it's just 5.5mm, the phone feels sturdy and well built. An all-black finish with gloss on front and back and silver metal accents on the side makes the phone stand out from the crowd. The 5.2-inch Super AMOLED screen has a resolution of 1080 by 1920. Which translates to a density of 424 pixels per inch. The full HD resolution shows you crisp details. Gionee has decided to fit the Alive S7 with a 1.7 GHz octa-core MediaTek 6752 chip with integrated Mali T760 MP2 graphics. There is a 2 GB of RAM for applications and services. The phone only has 16 GB of internal storage, and there is no slot for memory card. Fortunately, the phone's micro USB port can double up as a host for external USB devices. One won't even need to purchase a separate adapter for this function, because Gionee bundles a micro USB to USB converter in the box. The primary camera can capture 13-megapixel still images and 1080p videos. For selfies, there is an 8-megapixel secondary camera. Gionee claims that both nano SIM cards can connect to 4G networks. Other connectivity options include Wi-Fi ABGN and Bluetooth version 4.0. There is a 2700 mAh battery, which provides the juice for the phone. Gionee's handset runs Android 5.0 Lollipop, but with its own custom skin called Amigo 3.0. The UI is pretty flat, and like most Chinese ROMs, you'll find that there is no app drawer. All your apps are stored on the main home screens, like iOS. Gionee Alive S5.1. The phone's name gives it all away. It measures just 5.1mm thick. The metal chassis is sandwiched between two white pieces of Gorilla Glass. Unlike the S5.5, it has a truly premium feel. Gionee has smoothed out the rear panel for the S5.1, losing the camera lens bulge and made the edges more comfortable to hold. The phone comes with a 4.8 inches touchscreen display with a resolution of 720 pixels by 1280 pixels at a PPI of 306 pixels per inch. The Dyalla Elite S 5.1 is powered by 1.7 GHz octa-core MediaTek MT6592 processor with Qualcomm Adreno 305 GPU, and it comes with 1 GB of RAM. The phone packs 16 GB of internal storage that cannot be expanded. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Dyalla Elite S 5.1 packs a 8-megapixel primary camera on the rear and a 5-megapixel front shooter for selfies. The Dyalla Elite S 5.1 runs Android 4.3 and is powered by a 2050 mAh non-removable battery. The Dyalla Elite S 5.1 supports 3 GSM bands, 2 UMTS bands and 3 LTE bands. Oppo R5. Oppo's R5 is a seriously gorgeous phone. It's super thin, just 4.85mm thick, and it weighs a scant 155 grams. It's certainly impressive, but this comes at the loss of the 3.5mm audio jack. So you'll have to use Bluetooth headphones if you want to listen to music. The R5 is encased in metal with a hand-polished steel frame, and on the back, brushed aluminum. This gives the phone a premium feel that you would expect from a more expensive device. The two-tone color scheme at the back does draw comparisons to Apple's iPhone designs, but the shape of the phone is much more angular. Despite being thinner, it doesn't feel as slippery as iPhone. The R5 supports a 5.2-inch AMOLED display with a full HD resolution of 1920 by 1080p. The screen is bright and sharp. The cameras on the Oppo R5 are one of its best features. A 13-megapixel sensor manufactured by Sony juts out the black of the slim handset, with 5-megapixel sensor sat neatly on the front. Oppo's R5 is powered by an octa-core 1.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 processor with Adreno 405 GPU, which should have enough juice to power the phone. The Oppo's R5 supports 4 GSM bands, 5 UMTS bands, and 3 LTE bands. The phone packs 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of onboard storage, and a 2000 mAh battery. There's no micro SD card slot to expand that storage, which limits the number of apps you can install. The phone is powered by Android 4.4 KitKat, with Oppo's custom Color OS UI on top. The software is very much improved from the company's first version, though it looks similar. Vivo X5 Max. Known as the Vivo X5 Max, this phone is an astonishing 3.98mm at its thinnest and 4.75mm at its thickest. It has thus dethroned the previous world record holder, the Oppo R5, which is 0.10mm thicker. One look at the X5 Max and everyone noticed similarities in design with the Oppo R5. Both phones are available in only a single white-gray color scheme. They are made from a mix of metal and plastic and have similar chamfered edges. The X5 Max is slightly wider and taller than the R5. Additionally, the 156 grams weight makes it light enough to hold comfortably. Thanks to the use of metal in the construction, including the frame, the phone feels sturdy. Vivo packs the X5 Max with Qualcomm's mid-range octa-core processor, the Snapdragon 615. This chip uses 4 1.7 GHz Cortex-A53 cores and 4 1.0 GHz Cortex-A53 cores, with Adreno 405 GPU for graphics. There is also 2 GB of RAM, which should be sufficient for most practical purposes. The phone has 16 GB of internal storage, which can be expanded by up to 128 GB using a micro SD card. The Vivo X5 Max has a 13-megapixel primary shooter with flash. There is a 5-megapixel front-facing camera for selfies and video calls. Apart from connecting to 3G networks, the Vivo X5 Max can also connect to 4G networks on the 2300 MHz band. With respect to other connectivity options, it has support for Bluetooth 4.0, GPS and Wi-Fi ABGN. Despite these space constraints, Vivo has fitted the X5 Max with a 2000 mAh battery. A 5.5-inch Super AMOLED screen adorns the front of the phone and has a resolution of 1080 by 1920. As is the case with AMOLED screens, the colors are really vibrant thanks to the fairly high pixel density of 401 ppi. Text and images are super crisp. Vivo's FunTouch OS skin is wrapped around Android 4.4 KitKat.